In this video, I'll go through the items, enchants, and such added by Cyclic in Minecraft 1.16. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I try to put out helpful content to help you with mods of all sorts, so subscribe and comment down below if you want to see an updated 1.12 spotlight for this mod. My previous video is outdated, there's a bunch of new items, so I would love to do a new video on it. Or, any other mods, just let me know what mods down below, and I'll try to make a video to help you out. When I make these videos, I assume you can use JEI, but if you can't, check that iCard. That'll link you to a video I've made for JEI. If you find anything helpful, please leave a like, and now let's get on to learning about Cyclic 1.16. So we're going to start off with the enchants. There are 13 kinds of enchants, and there's multiple levels of a bunch of them, so let's get right into it. So the beheading enchant lets you, like it says, get the head of monsters killed. So in my testing, beheading 1 gives you about 20% of the heads, so if you kill 10 zombies or whatever, you'll get approximately 2 heads. Beheading 2 gives you about 50% heads, so for every 2 zombies you kill, you should get 1, give or take. And beheading 3 gives you about 70%, so like before. If you kill 10, you should get 7, give or take. And beheading can go on swords. Next up we have excavate. This basically breaks blocks adjacent, not diagonal, so it doesn't work quite like ore excavator or vein miner do, but yeah, so it breaks blocks only adjacent. And so the first level will break about 7 total, or 6 extra blocks. The second level does 12 extra blocks for 13 total. The third level does 19 extra blocks for 20 total. And the fourth level does 26 blocks for 27 total. And the fifth one does 33 blocks for 34 blocks total. And these can be applied to pickaxes, shovels, axes, and hoes. Experience boost gives you extra XP when you kill something or mine. So say you mine coal ore with a pickaxe that has experience boost on it, you'll get a little bit extra experience. Level 1 only gives you a slight boost, level 2 gives you more boost, and level 3 obviously gives you more boosts. And you can put this enchant on a sword, pick, shovel, axe, or hoe. Growth has 3 levels, and obviously level 1 does less than level 2, does less than level 3. And if you have this on your hoe, crops nearby grow faster. Multi-jump comes in 10 levels, and each level allows you for an extra double jump. Level 1 gives you 1 extra double jump for a total of 2, and level 10 will give you 11 total jumps. So obviously that's very, like, level 2 will give you 3, level 5 will give you 6 jumps. You can put it on an elytra and boots, and it can make for infinite elytra flight if you do it right until the elytra breaks. Life leech can go on a sword, and it will help you gain health when you attack. You get bonus health on kills, and obviously, like everything else, level 2 is more effective. Magnet can go on your armor, tools, weapons, pretty much anything you can enchant. When the item is in your hand or worn, it'll pick up items and XP from a distance. Magnet 1 does 8 blocks, Magnet 2 does 12 blocks away, and Magnet 3 does 16 blocks away. Multi-shot is a bow enchant, because obviously vanilla Minecraft already has it for crossbows. You can basically shoot 2 extra arrows with your bow. Quick shot is another bow enchantment. It speeds up how fast you draw your bow, and there's 3 levels of it. Block reach can go on your chest plate or elytra, and it helps you reach 16 total blocks. Step height goes on your leggings, and it lets you automatically step up 1 block. Traveler also goes on your leggings, and it gives you protection against elytra, ender pearls, cacti, bees, and falling damage. Basically, all your traveling damage it gives you resistance against. And the final enchant we have is Venom, which can go on your sword, and it will poison mobs that attack you, and if you get Venom too, it deals more damage. Next up, we'll get into the tools, weapons, and armor. We will start with the sandstone set. Basically, it's got the strength and durability somewhere between wooden and stone. It's closer to stone, and it can break iron ore. Next up, we have the nether set. It's got strength and durability between stone and iron, closer to iron, and the pickaxe can break diamond ore. Next, we have the emerald. It's approximately diamond level. It's a little better than diamond, and the pickaxe can break obsidian. And the final weapons and armor we have is the crystal, also known as crystallized obsidian. And it's faster and more durable than diamond. There's 2 kinds of armor. There's the emerald set and the crystallized obsidian set. So we'll do these one by one. We'll start with the helmet, chest plate, leggings, and then boots. We'll compare them to diamond. So a diamond helmet gives you 3 armor and 2 armor toughness. The emerald helmet gives you 5 armor and 3 armor toughness. And the crystallized obsidian helmet gives you 9 armor and 6 armor toughness. A diamond chest plate gives you 8 armor and 2 armor toughness. An emerald chest plate gives you 14 armor and 3 armor toughness. And crystallized obsidian gives you 24 armor and 6 armor toughness. Diamond leggings give you 6 armor and 2 armor toughness. Emerald leggings give you 11 armor and 3 armor toughness. And crystallized obsidian leggings give you 18 armor and 6 armor toughness. Finally, we have diamond boots give you 3 armor and 2 armor toughness. Emerald boots give you 5 armor and 3 armor toughness. And crystallized obsidian boots give you 9 armor and 6 armor toughness. Each one of those armors is one of the half armors on your hotbar. and then armor toughness is kind of a similar thing. And now we have these 6 tools to finish us off. So we'll start with the shears. So flint shears have 64 durability, then they work like shears, obviously. Vanilla shears have 238 durability, and then these obsidian shears have over 1,000,000 durability. So obviously they're going to last a while. The Matic works like a pick or shovel, but it breaks into 3x3, and it can break obsidian, but it's a little slower than diamond, I believe. And finally we have the 3 scythes. So the brush scythe, right click to break grass and weeds. The scythe of foraging, right click to break harvestables, such as botania flowers, sugarcane, stuff like that. And the tree scythe, right click to break trees in mass. Now let's get into the machines. The crystallization chamber is used to craft fluids and items into different items. The melting chamber melts some items into fluids. The trash boy deletes items piped in, and the battery can store energy. The entity detector detects entities in a configurable area and outputs a redstone signal, and the item detector does the same thing but with items instead of entities. The wireless redstone receiver and transmitter can send redstone signals wirelessly to link blocks, and those two are linked together, so one sends it and one receives it. The item user is used to automatically right-click. The item collector automatically picks up items from the ground. The fluid placer automatically places fluids into the world. The fluid collector can automatically pick up fluids. It can pick up more than just a block that's right in front of it, and when it picks up a fluid, it will trade it out for a block. It will also absorb fluids that are below the level, so if you have a lava lake, you can suck up the whole lava lake with just setting it down next to one lava source. The block breaker obviously breaks blocks, and the block placer places blocks. The shape builder builds basic shapes, and the harvester automatically harvests crops. The disenchanter transfers enchants from items to books, and the peat generator generates power from peat. So here we have peat. This one's peat, and this one's enriched peat. Enriched peat gives more energy, and how you get peat is by using this dry peat bog and turning it into saturated peat bog, and you craft that generally with biomass. And how you change the dry peat bog into saturated peat bog is you place it near a water source, and anywhere in this range, basically one block away, horizontal or diagonal, will turn into the saturated peat deposit. Then if you break that and smelt it, you will turn it into the peat, and then if you find the crafting recipe for the enriched peat, you can bake into that. And finally, let's get on to all the miscellaneous items that are added by Cyclic. The cyan rose is a flower that spawns in the world and can give you a cyan dye. The cask is a small fluid tank. The crate is a triple chest in one space, basically a bigger barrel kind of thing. And the redstone clock is a configurable clock. You can configure how long of a pulse you want and how long of a delay you want. Next up we have the fan. This pushes mobs when it's given a redstone signal. Then we have the fishing net. It's automatic fishing when you give it a fishing rod and place it in water. The bounce pad and the redstone bounce pad are basically the same. The redstone bounce pad needs a redstone signal to do this, and the more power you give it, the higher you bounce, but basically bouncy. Next up we have the soundproofing. It reduces the nearby sounds, so if you have a mob spawner or something, you might want to put a couple of these down, as they do stack. The power diamond anvil repairs items with power. The fluid storage tank stores 64 buckets of a liquid. Tempered glass blocks light and is blastproof and weatherproof. Crystallized obsidian is a crafting ingredient. It's often used in the armor and weapons I've shown you before. Crystallized amber is also a crafting ingredient. It's used to make some of the fluids and stuff. A GPS marker is used in some machines, and it tracks the location of a block that you right-click it with. The experience pylon stores experience as a liquid, and the experience confection, you right-click it and you gain experience. The remote lever can activate a lever from a distance. The stirrups let you ride an animal, but you can't really control it. There's no saddle or anything. The wooden wrench lets you rotate blocks. The sleeping mat lets you sleep on the go. Bring it with you. It won't reset your spawn point or anything, so bring it with you when you explore. The building scepters, there are 3 of them. They build from a range. This one fills. This one will exchange, so it'll switch out whatever block there is on the ground with whatever you select. And this one will place it. And the block randomizer, well, I'll show you this one. Basically randomizes in a 5x5x1 area. So if I right click with this, all those were randomized. They were nice diagonal lines. Now they're randomized. As you can see, different randomization every time. If I do this, nice and randomized. Just in case you want to make a path or something like that, this is a good item for that. The Frostbringer staff shoots ice and stuns enemies. The Dusk Flame Hex shoots fire that burns enemies. And the Engraved Thunder shoots lightning. The Evoker Fang summons Evoker magic, basically. If you've ever seen this in vanilla, that's what this does. Also, very big character or item model. I don't know if that's a bug or what, but it's pretty Carbon paper lets you copy and paste signs. The Ender Wing teleports you to world spawn. The Ender Wing Prime teleports you to your personal spawn. The Ender Sack is like a portable Ender chest. The Sack of Holding will pick up a chest or other container, and then you can place it down somewhere else. The Scepter of Water Infusion changes flowing water into sources. The Scepter of Ice Infusion freezes water into ice. The Torch Launcher lets you place torches from a range. And the Torch Charm places torches underneath you when you're in darkness. The Solid Ender Eye is a reusable Ender Eye to find strongholds. The Ender Orb is a reusable Ender Pearl. The Ender Orb Translocator is a reusable Ender Pearl that you try over on top of. And the Spawner Seeker helps you find nearby spawners. The Cave Finder searches for nearby caves. The Cable Wrench changes the settings of Cyclic cables. The Monster Ball, kind of like a Pokeball. That's kind of what I assume this is based off of. It lets you capture a mob that you throw it out, and then you can place it later by throwing it again, and wherever it lands is where the mob will be summoned. The Anti-Gravity Ring lets you walk on air. The Charm Talisman gives you the abilities of these 4 charms. So they are the Void Charm, which lets you be protected from void damage. The Antidote Charm, which lets you be immune to the poison debuff. The Fire Charm, which is fire and lava protection. And the Wither Charm, which lets you be immune to wither damage. So these 3 scaffoldings you can place in midair. The responsive scaffolding will break in a line after you break one. The fragile scaffolding will break after a while on its own. And the replaceable scaffolding will let you swap it with a block by using the block on it. The climbing claws let you climb walls. These 5 carrots can be used on horses, and they do the following. The diamond carrot gives your horse more health. The redstone carrot makes your horse faster. The emerald carrot makes your horse jump higher. The lapis carrot changes your horse's variant. And the toxic carrot makes your horse a zombie horse. Next up we have the boomerangs, which can gather items from a distance for you. The sharpened boomerang also damages enemies, and the magic boomerang also stuns enemies. There are 3 types of spikes. The flame spikes set creatures on fire when they are on top of them, and the spikes have a redstone signal. The curse spike cursed creatures when they are on top of it. This means it gives them weakness, mining fatigue, bad luck, and slowness. Also needs a redstone signal to activate. And the iron spikes damage creatures when they're on top of them. This also needs a redstone signal to activate. Next up we have the 3 types of cables. These can all be customized with the cable wrench. The item cables can pipe items between inventories and machines. The fluid cables can transfer liquids between inventories and machines. And the energy cables can transfer energy between machines and batteries and stuff like that. Cyclic adds 5 kind of liquids. There is the experience liquid, which comes from the experience pylon, slime, biomass, honey, and magma. These are generally made in the melting chamber. Then we have the heart container and empty heart container. The heart container gives you an extra heart, and the empty heart container makes you lose a heart, but you gain 500 experience points. And finally we have the potions. These are also in the miscellaneous category. We have 2 potions currently. There's the Paralyze potion, which is a super slow potion, and the Swim Speed, which lets you swim faster. Anyway, I hope you got something useful out of this video. If you got anything helpful, please hit the like button down below and let me know what I should cover next. And subscribe so you don't miss it if I do cover it. I really appreciate all that. Check here to see my video on JEI, and here to watch a video that YouTube thinks is the best for you. Pick one, they're both going to be good videos. Subscribe right here, and I'll see you next time.